So you're a video maker, you have all the equipment, you have the studio, you're ready to go, but you don't have any leads. All right, so we're talking about how to get leads today, or at least where to look for them so you can convert them into prospects. Again, leads are nothing more than people that, oh, I might be able to convince them that what I do is valuable. And then closing them is a whole different story. But that's showing them that the perceived value of what you offer is great enough for them to say, I'm interested, I want to hear more, let's get to a price. So where do you find these leads? There's a couple different ways. Number one, word of mouth. Best thing you can do, best way you'll make the most money in this industry, frankly, in any business, word of mouth. If a friend goes and tells someone else, hey, this guy or girl was really great, work with them, you're not going to get a better endorsement than that. One way to get better at that is ask your friends and say, hey, if you know someone that does this or this, I'm really good at it and I get lots of results. Can you recommend me, or can you email connect each other? And you do the same. You're always trying to be a great connector. That's an awesome way to start your lead network. Cold leads are more common though. Cold leads can be the secret to quite a bit of money, but you need to know, one, where to farm them, and two, how to approach them. So getting the cold leads, what I do is I go on Upwork. I have a couple folks on there and I give them targets and I say, hey, let's talk about, let's say, law firms, right? So I would say, hey, here's a zip code. I want within 30 miles of that, every law firm you can think of, or that you can find, that you can scrape information from. I want those emails verified so that they're good emails and they don't bounce, at least for the most part. And I want their head of marketing. And if you can't find their head of marketing, or they don't have one, let's go for partner level or some type of C-suite executive. But we're going to try for the marketing person or communications person first, because they will understand the value of what I provide better than someone who's just been an attorney their whole life. They don't, that's not what they do. But their marketing person, they probably have worked somewhat in comms and they understand what we do. So that'll be an easier sell. So I'll have them farm those leads. They give me an Excel sheet. I go into GMass and then I write a pretty direct and location-based email that would simply say, something like, hey, this is Shane at CineSalon. We provide video for law firms. We've helped this one, and this one grow by X, get this many more calls, or reduce their cost per click by X. And this is what we could do for you. We know your industry. This is something that we care about, and we'd love to chat. Open to 10, 15 minutes to figure that out. You fire that email out. That's about as good as it's going to get. If you have a landing page that's targeted that just has law firms on there as well, that could be another way. I know we have some targeted industry-specific landing pages that we'll use. So now when the person comes and checks you out, they don't go to your main site. They go to a very specific with targeted language to that industry, and they feel like, oh man, this person really gets it, right? They know what I'm doing. But then if they dig a little deeper, they could say, oh, well, they also service other industries. So they're not a one-trick pony, and they do understand me, but they might bring in some expertise outside of that. And that can be a selling point you bring back as well. And save that for a phone call and say, hey, yeah, we are really good at law firms, but we also do, X, Y, and Z that's in the professional service field. So some things we learn there could really help your business too. But all you want to do is get them to that call. And then when they get to the call, then you just do an exploratory search and you spend that 5, 10, 15 minutes on information that you don't know, that's not easily Googleable. And you talk about strategy and you figure out, okay, well, how would you use this video? And here's what I suggest for you to get the most bang out of that for the money being spent. And once you can get into the strategy side, get them from that cold email to that quick call, oh man, the sky's the limit. I mean, that's your time to shine. And don't get into the gear. Don't get into how you're going to do it. Talk about them and understand how they're going to use you and how what you do can help them. So it's always about them. Everything is about them. But it's getting them from that ether, digging out their information, getting them with a very poignant, quick email that doesn't talk about all this artistic stuff, that talks about tangible value. And then when you get on the phone call, you start to build that relationship. Then you can slowly start to explain, why you love doing what you do and this and that, and they'll understand that passion. And then you can start selling with passion. But until then, you got to sell with straight brass tacks. You spend 10 grand, you'll probably get 50 out, right? And you get to that as quick as you can. And then they understand, hey, this person doesn't play around. They run a tight ship, but they also actually really love what they do. So this person's fun. They care about what they do, and they care about me, and they want to see me succeed. Why would you not hire that person? It's awesome, right? That's all there is to it.